Hey, welcome back to the guide. Next up in the series, we'll be taking a look at collecting 100 coins on Dire Dire Docks. This is actually probably my least favorite level when it comes to collecting 100 coins on in Super Mario 64, mostly because there's just barely enough coins to do it. We were talking about that in the Jolly Roger Bay video. Oddly enough, both of the underwater levels in Super Mario 64 have just barely enough coins to do the 100 coin star. Not sure what was with the Super Mario 64 developers back then. Just really wanted you to suffer on these underwater levels. Also, watch out for that underwater vortex there as we almost immediately get pulled into it. And we kind of get to fight that vortex pretty much the entire time we're in this first room. But yes, Dire Dire Docks having 106 coins in it, so you pretty much have to get everything. Jolly Roger Bay, I think, had 104, so it was the same way. So we're just going to be kind of going around here. This first room is pretty simple. There's not really a whole lot of hidden coins. And actually, that kind of goes for most of the coins in this stage. There are some coins that are so far away that like you won't see them like spawn. You have to get like within a certain distance before you can even see them, and that's sort of a tricky thing that we'll see later on in the video. But this first room right here, not too bad. It's not like there's anything hidden in clams or treasure chests or anything like that. You just get to get frustrated when it comes to collecting all of these coins that are in like these vertical orientations. You know, there's like up and down lines of coins, which is just kind of difficult to get. I mean, if they were, you know, laying sideways, you could just like grab them in a row, right? But you have to like stop and then try to swim it directly up or down. But anyway, moving on. Finishing up the first room there in Dire Dire Docks at about 42 coins, so that went pretty quickly. It's kind of nice. Unfortunately, the second half or the second room of this level is going to go quite a bit slower, almost entirely because we get to redo the red coin star like all over again. Because as I said, you have to get basically all the coins in the level, and that of course includes the red coins. And this over here is actually going to be the first instance of a patch of coins where they're there, you just can't really see them until you kind of wander around and get close enough to them. So I'm willing to bet a lot of people will miss this patch of coins here. And then after all that, you get to fight the current. There's like something pulling me through the door. There's a huge door there that I'm assuming Bowser's sub left this area through. And yeah, that as you get close to it, it tries to pull you through. And unfortunately, if you do get sucked through it, you'll actually spawn outside of Peach's castle. Which I've always thought was kind of funny. It's not like you die and spawn right outside the level and you can start over again. No, you could just get sent right back to the beginning of the game. So be careful with that, and this patch of coins here also, same thing. You kind of have to like swim around the bottom of this area and hopefully just run into the coins. You do have to get pretty close to the coins for them to spawn, so sort of nasty. Those two patches right there will probably be the patches of coins that most people miss, if they miss anything at all. So yes, we'll be hitting the switch there and climbing up these stairs so we can get back up to these red coins again. This was the pole jumping for red coin star. Or was it pole vaulting for red coins? I actually don't remember. It was like 2 videos ago and I've already forgotten. Anyway though, yes of course, the 8 red coins, and there's also the blue coin block up here, which is a pretty important point because you really don't want to be missing any of those. When you ground pound that block, you want to collect every one of those blue coins. Luckily, they all spawn on one platform. That's it over there. It's not like you have to ground pound the switch and then, I don't know, ride the poles over to different platforms before the blue coins disappear. That would be tough. But in this case, you just kind of have to not get too excited and just grab all the blue coins on the one platform without just running right off the edge of the platform, which I have done, and it doesn't feel good because when you if you miss 2 or 3 of the coins, it's over. Like there are now no longer enough coins on the stage to do 100 coins. So like if you fall off trying to collect those blue coins, it's basically reset time. Anyway, though, I guess I'm talking about the blue coin block a little bit too early. We're over here doing this star over again. You can tell I'm a little bit annoyed that we have to do this again. This is just too much waiting for me. And there you go. Perfect example of too much waiting for past Hasky. So we'll just go ahead and jump cut to me trying that again. If you missed the video on the pole jumping for red coin star, these two, I was explaining how these two poles have like a different, I don't know, movement distance. They move different distances, which means that like the way they pass each other is sort of constantly changing. So when you first get to this point, when you're on these poles here, it might not look like it's possible to make the jump, but all you got to do is just kind of wait a few cycles for things to kind of move around, and eventually they'll move in a way that it's easier to jump between the two. Hard part about that being, keyword waiting. Anyway, though, we're about to finish this one up, thank goodness. We're going to be coming over here to the previously mentioned blue coin block. Like I said, kind of an important part. You do not want to do all of this and then ground pound this and then run off the platform. It's no good. So they are somewhat oh. I actually would have been okay there. You can miss exactly one and still have enough coins on the stage. And there we go, the 100 coin star for Dire Docks spawning there. Thank goodness for that. Oh, and the the red coin star spawning at the exact same time. That's pretty cool. And actually, that's kind of a good point to bring up. If you're watching this for the first time, you may have never seen this part of the game done before, you might think to yourself, hey, I could probably collect both of those stars at the same time. And yes, absolutely you can. You just have to be sure to collect the 100 coin star first, because you get like a yes or no screen asking you if you want to continue playing on the stage. If you get the red coin star first, then you just immediately exit the level, which would be pretty annoying after collecting 100 coins. But yeah, since this series kind of touches on each star individually, I didn't bother doing that. But when I play this game sort of casually, if you will, in my own free time, I definitely complete both of those stars at the same time, which feels good, so you don't have to do the polls again. Anyway, though, I think that's going to do it. Thank you so much for checking out the series, and I'll see you in the next one.